Davy. Awesome. I'm Davy's Awesome Wrestling, wherever you wrestling other things, all from the perspective of a fan, not an insider. So this past week was the annual, now 2-night event of SummerSlam, live from Minneapolis, Minnesota. Let's get into night 1. The opening match was for the Women's World Championship, as Io Sky challenged Liv Morgan. It was a really good opener. Of course, Judgment Day came out to try to help Liv Morgan. They didn't much. Io was able to take them out pretty easily. But the cool thing was all the attempts that Liv Morgan made at Oblivion, until she finally got one that Io Sky did not really sell, so immediately got another one, and that was what was finally able to put Io Sky out, so that Liv Morgan could get the pin, the win, and retain her Women's World Championship. Like I said, really good opener. I'd easily give this one a 4 out of 5. Then a 6-man tag of the Usos and Jacob Fatu versus Royce Keys, Solo Sikoa, and L.A. Knight. Yeah. It was good, but nothing really stellar. It was a 6-man tag until L.A. Knight was able to get the win over Jey Uso, and afterwards it kind of got to that moment of like, okay, is Solo Sikoa about to turn on him, go back to the bloodline, or what? Just gave him a hug. So, as for now, Solo Sikoa is not going back to the bloodline. I'd give this one a 3 out of 5. Then a match I was really excited to see. Gunther versus Nick Aldis. It was freaking awesome. One, as a fan of Nick Aldis, it was great to see him back in the ring, and it was very clear this was one of those times of the crowd chanting, and I gotta agree with him. He still got it. Of course, Gunther doing his heel thing, at one point went over to Nick Aldis' son and Mickie James and was taunting them. But again, the great thing to me was the struggle that Gunther was going through to not only get Nick Aldis into that sleeper hold, but keep him in it until he could finally get to pick up the win. And you could see that Gunther definitely had gained some respect for Nick Aldis after this. And Nick Aldis got to have his WWE moment and celebrate with his family. And hopefully this is not the last WWE moment, but this match easily a 5 out of 5. Then a 6-woman tag team match. The Bellas and Paige versus Fatal Influence. Don't know why they couldn't just have Fatal Influence defend the tag team championships, whatever. It again was okay. It was a good match. I mean, nothing particularly wrong with it, but it was just another standard 6-man tag match. And it ended this time with JC Jane picking up the win over Paige. The big story, though, came after when, blaming Paige for this, Nikki Bella and Brie Bella attacked Paige, turning on her, starting a feud between the two of them and Paige. So, we'll see where this goes. As far as the match itself, a 3 out of 5. Then for the WWE Championship, Cody Rhodes challenging CM Punk. It was a great match as we expected it was going to be between these two. But the story that unfolded, as it's looking like Cody Rhodes might be able to pick up the win, out comes the returning Randy Orton, who came in just to give an RKO to Cody Rhodes, leave, and CM Punk, not noticing what happened, gives Cody Rhodes a go to sleep, gets the pin, and retains his WWE Championship. So is this going to cause more of a feud between Cody Rhodes and CM Punk? Obviously, the feud between Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes is not over. It was just really awesome. The match itself was really awesome. Another 5 out of 5. Then the main event, a Hell in a Cell match between Obafemi and Brock Lesnar. It was good, but for a Hell in a Cell match, it was kind of lacking. And most of it just kind of standard Hell in a Cell stuff until we got to the end, and then Brock Lesnar pulled up the matting to expose the wooden planks and give Obafemi a tombstone pile driver onto the wooden planks. But this did not put Obafemi out. Obafemi was able to get up, get what I think was like the 3rd or 4th fall from grace, and finally get the pin over Brock Lesnar. And this feud, and they're alluding to Brock Lesnar, is done because afterwards Brock Lesnar gave respect to Obafemi, told the crowd how great he was. Hopefully Brock Lesnar's done. But ultimately, the match itself, it wasn't stellar in my opinion. If you're a Brock Lesnar fan, the whole thing of his retirement thing, whatever. I'm not a Brock Lesnar fan, never have been, so really all I would give it is a 3 out of 5. And now, we go to night 2. Night 2 opening with a number 1 contenders match between Finn Balor and Sami Zayn. At least that's what it was supposed to be. But then, now back to being GM, Nick Aldis came out and announced that he had decided to add a participant. the person he faced the night before, Gunther. But then once Gunther got out there, he decided he had one more. A returning Kevin Owens, which he and Sami Zayn hugged at first. Which, nice, whatever. But it also was kind of interesting that it went until Sami Zayn, who was complaining throughout the entire match that it was supposed to be one-on-one, ended up getting the stunner from Kevin Owens, and he was the one who got pinned, so Kevin Owens could get the win, and he is now the number one contender for the WWE Championship. I'm hoping we're not about to see some more Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn feuds. I think we've seen enough of those. But either way, this is continuing the Sami Zayn wanting justice story. Kevin Owens is back. This match, another 5 out of 5. Then, for the WWE United States Championship, Baron Corbin, who's recently returned, is challenging Trick Williams. It was okay. Honestly, I thought this could have been better. Little Yachty was there, of course, constantly getting involved. Baron Corbin fighting him off, eventually hit Baron Corbin with a kendo stick, but it didn't really work out in his favor because while the referee was distracted, Baron Corbin was able to get the belt, hit Trick Williams with it, get the end of days, get the pin, the win, and he is the new United States Champion, which good. Hopefully you'll take the fur off that frickin' belt. It's the main reason I wanted Trick to lose it. The match, though, again, it was good. Nothing really wrong with it, but nothing really great either. A 3 out of 5. Then a 5-way ladder match for the interim WWE Women's Championship. United States Champion Tiffany Stratton versus Jade Cargill versus Chelsea Green versus Lash Legend versus Charlotte Flair. It was good. I mean, it was a 5-way ladder match. It wasn't going to be bad. Of course, at some point, the baddies, B-Fab and Michin, came out, keeping Chelsea Green from getting the belt and hanging her up in the ladder. But eventually they were fought off and everybody else just kept fighting while Chelsea Green sat there hanging from the ladder. But then Chelsea Green got up while everybody else was down, got back up that ladder, grabbed the belt, and she's the WWE Interim Women's Champion. I will say one thing that takes off from that is I hate that not even WWE is doing this whole interim crap. If you can't defend the title, you're stripped of it. Rhea Ripley can always come get it back. Either way, it was a ladder match, so that stipulation taken off just a little bit from it, but me also being excited that Chelsea Green is the interim champion. 4 out of 5. Yeah! Then a human monies on a pole match. Dominic Mysterio versus Danhausen. Like has become commonplace with Danhausen matches, it was really fun. Of course, at some point, JD McDonough came out, so out came a bunch of mini-Hausen, but JD can fight them off. So out came Joe Hendry. Even though nobody said his name, he still appeared. Then while Dominic Mysterio was just about to get the bag with the money in it, a little explosion happened, forcing him down and incapacitating him while Danhausen got up there and got the bag of human monies, then distributed it to the crowd. Either way, this was a really good, really fun match. 4 out of 5. Yeah! Then for the Intercontinental Championship, Chad Gable versus Penta. These two put on a freaking great match. And even the ending of it. Chad Gable has got the ankle lock onto Penta. Penta is fighting and clawing, trying to get to the ropes, and Chad Gable's pulling him away from it to the point that Penta can't take it anymore and taps out. And Chad Gable is finally the Intercontinental Champion. Such a great story that at the end of it, Penta just gave him the respect, presented him with the title. His family came and celebrated with him. It was a feel-good moment. Wouldn't say it quite got to a 5, but a 4 out of 5. Then for the WWE World Championship, Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns. Of course, Roman Reigns accepting it because he needs to beat Seth Rollins, and he's never done it. And it was good. You know, went all over the place. Roman put Seth Rollins through a table, and little tit for tat later, Seth Rollins put him through a table. And it was really just a great back and forth match until Roman Reigns got the spear, the pin, the win, and can finally say he's beaten Seth Rollins. I'll get into how I feel about that in a little bit. I will just say I was kind of hoping it would go the other way. I really want Roman Reigns to lose that title because I don't want another really long title reign with Roman Reigns, but it's gearing up to be that again. So, I don't know. That little taking off of steam for me made it to where I'm only going to give it a 4 out of 5. Yeah! So, SummerSlam overall, it was really good. Night 1, I will say, was better than Night 2. Night 1 having Gunther versus Nick Aldis, I was really excited about that. I was kind of hoping Nick Aldis would get the win. Not gonna lie, because that would have been a sign that he's gonna go to being a full-time wrestler again. which is what I really want. I think he's wasting his talent being the GM. He's young enough, he's still got it. He should be a full-time wrestler. I'd love to see him have feuds with Cody Rhodes, CM Punk, maybe even Kevin Owens now. Who knows? Seth Rollins. The sky's the limit. He could have great matches with all these guys. Who knows? Maybe that door is opening. Maybe this was to test the waters and they'll get it there. Either way, it was a really good match. The Cody Rhodes CM Punk thing, I just love the possibilities that it's building up. Plus, I'm happy that they weren't just using CM Punk as somebody to give the title back to Cody Rhodes to. The main event, though, to me was a little lackluster. I know I'm a little biased because I really don't like Brock Lesnar. I like that he lost, and I like that he passed the torch to Obafemi, and I really see big things coming for Obafemi. Like, he's still got that title shot in his back pocket. Hopefully when he cashes it in, he'll win it. Hopefully from Roman Reigns. As far as people going on and on about the match, I think most people were just excited about the whole story and feel of Brock Lesnar retiring. The match itself really was nothing special, considering we've seen plenty of Hell in a Cell matches. They brought nothing extra. Night 2, it was great to see Kevin Owens back. As great as it would have been to maybe see either Finn Balor or Sami Zayn get another title shot, it was great to have him come back and to immediately become the #1 contender. We'll see what goes with this. The United States Championship match, even though the match was a little lackluster, I'm so happy that it's off Trick Williams because I hate that freaking fur belt. The ladder match, where it was really good, I probably would have given it a 5 because of Chelsea Green leaving. The one thing that kind of takes from it is that it's an interim championship, which doesn't really mean anything. Because if Rhea Ripley comes back and beats her, and then it's like she was never officially a champion. And I kind of feel like Chelsea Green deserves better than that. Plus, again, I hate them doing that. This is not UFC. This is wrestling. If you can't defend the title, you're stripped of it. And then you can challenge for it when you come back. Danhausen match. I know a lot of people are going like it's so silly, and I agree that Danhausen needs to find a way to get us to take him a little bit more seriously, but it was ultimately a good match. It was fun. And of course, there was that feel-good story with Chad Gable finally getting the Intercontinental Championship. The world title match, again, it was a better main event than the night before. There was nothing wrong with it. It was a good match. I probably would get a 5 if Roman Reigns would have dropped the title. Because like I've said, we had 3 long years of Roman Reigns as the champion. And I have gone on record before to say it. Even though it had a great ending, all that middle was frustrating and boring, and I really don't feel it was the right way to go. I don't feel the payoff was worth it all. And I really am worried they're doing that again. That they're going to give him another year plus, hopefully not 3-year plus reign again as World Heavyweight Champion. Plus, the whole story of him not being able to beat Seth Rollins, that to me is a good story. Why couldn't you save him getting his win over Seth Rollins to WrestleMania? Like, have it be this one, he comes so close yet again. Seth Rollins gets the title, and eventually at WrestleMania, they either fight for the title or just 2 of them. I don't even feel like that needed the championship in it. That story by itself was main event worthy. I get SummerSlam as like the #2 thing, but to me that could have been saved for a WrestleMania. But who knows, maybe this will lead to Obafemi cashing in on Roman Reigns, and hopefully he will beat Roman Reigns. We'll see. As far as SummerSlam overall, there were some 3s, there were some 4s, there were some 5s. The 2 nights overall, I think I couldn't quite give it a 5 just because there were some things that kind of just took steam out so much. But a very good, solid 4 out of 5. Yeah! So there you have it. That's my wrestling video this week. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you did, make sure to hit like, hit subscribe, hit the little bell so you get notifications when I post videos. Leave a comment so I can respond to in my next comment corner. Tell me what you thought of SummerSlam, Night 1 and Night 2. Love you guys.